Is anyone truly surprised that Damian Martinez couldn't beat Brock Lesnar last week? I'm actually proud of Brock. He didn't just get a win. He used that pathetic man to break the ring in half. About the only useful thing Damian Martinez has ever done. Because we needed a new ring. But Brock, though, I have to tell you, you faced the wrong guy. I hope your little warm-up session last week was good for you. Because tonight, you'll face someone who actually belongs in the ring with you. And much like diverticulitis, you'll be lucky to escape with your life when you face the Switchblade. Welcome to Friday Night Storm. Thank you for being so patient with us as we took some time off, but we are back, and what a time it is to be back as Winterfest is just a few days away. This is the final Storm before that event, and so what a time for Jay White to just throw down a challenge to the world champion Brock Lesnar. On top of that, Dakota Kai, the women's world champion, will be watching Ronda Rousey, her opponent at Winterfest tonight, go up against Kai's Team Kick teammate, Tegan Knox. Kai is banned from ringside tonight. And folks, I am so happy to hear Ronda Rousey's theme again. Check our Spotify playlist for all the music you hear across GAW. As I said, world champion Dakota Kai barred from ringside here tonight as Tegan Knox goes up against Ronda Rousey. Kai was forced to let Ronda Rousey leave Team Kick, and in return, if Ronda Rousey is not able to defeat Dakota Kai at Winterfest, Ronda Rousey will have to leave GAW. This is the first retirement match, or at the very least GAW roster spot match that we've seen since Garrett Gibson was forced to leave GAW courtesy of Lancelot. So obviously for the last person involved in a match like this, it did not go well. Ronda Rousey hoping that maybe against Knox she can get more familiar with Dakota Kai's style when that match comes around. Tegan Knox obviously very blasé about this whole thing. You can hear the fans, the support for Ronda Rousey is here. The fans obviously do not like Dakota Kai. She started off on the wrong foot after cheating to beat Asuka for the World Championship, and she has not done much to endear herself to the fans since then. Meanwhile, Tegan Knox, former US champion, she's been trying to get back on track ever since losing her title to Bianca Belair. Then, of course, Belair went on to lose that title to Rosita. We know that Rosita will have to defend it at Winterfest as well. Rousey bringing Knox into the ring the hard way. The snapmare over the top rope. You can see Knox has done her scouting on Ronda Rousey, no doubt about that. But Rousey leveraging some of that striking ability, trying to bring Knox down. Knox, I think, is stronger than Dakota Kai as Knox. Nice takedown and a kick to the chest. And I think Kai probably in Knox's ear telling her, you got to soften up, Ronda Rousey, before the match at Winterfest. If there's one thing we know about Dakota Kai, it's that she knows she does not want to engage Ronda Rousey on her terms. Knox once again with a nice single leg trip and a kick to the chest. So Knox really going at the chest of Ronda Rousey. That's probably what'll do the most lasting damage, I would think, but Rousey gonna come right back. Rousey up into the suplex, transitions, rear naked choke locked in. Ronda Rousey the submission specialist, and now she's got Nox in. Nox able to roll to her side, and Nox able to break the hold. So Tegan Nox doing the right thing for sure. Very back and forth match here between Nox and Rousey. And Rousey, what a takedown into an armbar. Nox knows, he should have known that you cannot be like that. You cannot let your limbs loose around Ronda Rousey, and Rousey forces the tap out. Ronda Rousey looking down on Tegan Nox as she is headed into Winterfest with all of the momentum. Tegan Nox should have known better than to do something like that. Rousey with the rear naked choke in. Nox was able to avoid that, but Tegan Nox just let her arm loose, and you cannot do that. You cannot present Ronda Rousey with an opening. And Rousey, what a way to show Dakota Kai that she may have met her match in the form of rowdy Ronda Rousey. And look at this, Dakota Kai slides into the ring, but Rousey too quick for her. Surely Ronda Rousey knew that Kai was going to come in here after the match. So Kai, is she going to make a move here on Ronda Rousey? It doesn't look like she will. Kai just gonna slink back out of the ring as Ronda Rousey intimidates the world champion. Kai did not want a straight fist fight with Ronda Rousey, and I don't blame her. That match goes down at Winterfest. And folks, what a big announcement here. Jay White is going to get his world title match with Brock Lesnar. But Paul Heyman, we've just heard, is not willing to wait. That match is going down tonight in the main event. Switchblade against Lesnar with the World Championship on the line. Could we see an unprecedented title change here before Winterfest? We'll find out in our main event. Ain't no time for rhyming or having fun here, Oos. We got a simple message. We're not gonna back away from what the Skyman did. We're not gonna be like their boy Paul Heyman and make excuses. We want one more chance, Oos. One more opportunity against those dudes. We had the guts to face almost everyone multiple times to show our dominance, so it's only right that they do the same. So we'll see you boys at Winterfest. Wow, I can't wait for this main event. Things are just getting crazy around here. I hope it was worth the wait, as we were not publishing videos for a couple weeks, and again, I apologize for that, but I hope that we are able to give you enough here on our return. And again, Winterfest, it goes down starting this coming Monday, December 6th. Man, I cannot wait for this, folks. Winterfest is going to be just an unbelievable card of matches. You will not want to miss it. Make sure you subscribe so you can watch Winterfest as it goes down. Lots of teammates, lots of training mates here fighting tonight. We saw Dakota Kai's team kick teammate Tegan Nox go up against Ronda Rousey. Now, just moments after we've learned that Jay White will get a world championship match here tonight, his teammate Drew McIntyre and former Blade Runner Enforcer will go up here tonight against Cody Rhodes. You want to talk about two guys that just desperately need a win at this point. Certainly for Drew McIntyre, a man who is just one world championship away from winning the famed GAW Triple Crown. Only a few men in the history of this company have ever done it, and Drew McIntyre hopes to capture that elusive world championship and add his name to that illustrious list. But unfortunately for him, as a singles competitor, he has just not quite been on that level yet. As a tag team competitor, he's been there, and as a member of the Blade Runners, he helped Buddy Murphy retain the Cruiserweight Championship for a large chunk of Season 1. He helped Jay White get within spitting distance of becoming a world champion himself. But now Drew McIntyre, he might have designs on capturing that world title gold for himself. Meanwhile, Cody Rhodes, 18 singles matches here on Friday Night Storm or on GAW Dark for Cody Rhodes. It's the most of anyone on Storm. So he is experienced. Let's see what he does here against the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Rhodes, I thought he was going for a back leg trip. Well done to keep McIntyre, keep him guessing. Cody Rhodes knows that he's going to have to do that. Rhodes is not a small man by any stretch of the imagination, but Drew McIntyre, obviously a very big man. So Cody will have to be on his toes here. Always got to watch out for the strength of McIntyre and, of course, the dangerous Claymore. Folks, if you're looking for something new to satisfy that gaming itch, and why wouldn't you? Video games are starting to come back after a pretty slow 2020 and 2021. Things are starting to heat up again. So get your fix over on our newest YouTube channel, CFC. Link is down in the description. Subscribe. We got a video coming out very soon talking about the Game Awards, and hopefully we will see one of my most anticipated games, Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy, and we'll have some coverage of that. So I really appreciate if you go over there, give us a subscribe, and let us know what you think. McIntyre trying to do damage on the outside of the ring, but Rhodes dropped toe hold, and I think McIntyre might have caught one of the steel bars underneath the ring. Cody is so smart, so intelligent. His ring awareness is, for me, second to none, and a crossbody. McIntyre has his hands full against a man this skilled. But the strength of Drew McIntyre, that's a hard one to contend with if you're Cody Rhodes, there's no question about it. McIntyre with a Luthez press. A throwback to one of the greats. And now McIntyre out of the corner. Could have Cody Rhodes lined up, but he doesn't have a long way to run. Claymore! Rhodes sidestepped him, but McIntyre comes right back in. McIntyre with a pile driver. Absolutely stuck him, but Cody Rhodes able to get back onto his feet. Rhodes turns him around, big shot, crossroads. Cody Rhodes shakes off that pile driver. Crossroads, leg hooked, McIntyre kicks out. Man, Cody Rhodes was that close, but I don't think he's going to be frustrated by not getting the win here. He knows, as well as anyone, that the Crossroads is a volume move. He often needs more than one to put his opponents away, and I don't think he will be surprised that Drew McIntyre withstood the first attack. McIntyre sends him back in. Cody going for the double leg takedown. McIntyre able to shake him off, but that suplex countered into a side Russian leg sweep. And now Cody Rhodes, nice takedown. Cody, figure four applied. This is a really smart strategy here from Cody, trying to take out the legs of the big man, Drew McIntyre, trying to fight off. You can see the power in his legs, and McIntyre flips it over, puts the pressure on, and Cody wrenches his way free, and he had to do it. McIntyre Gonna continue with the attack here, and over the top goes Cody Rhodes. McIntyre, what's he doing? Going up top. You almost never see McIntyre from the top rope. McIntyre with an elbow drop on Cody Rhodes. Unbelievable. You almost never see it from Drew McIntyre, but you can tell how much he wants a win in this match. It has not been there for McIntyre as a singles wrestler here in season 2. But a win over Cody Rhodes. There's no doubt that that'll improve his spirits, improve his momentum. Drew McIntyre could use a win over Cody Rhodes. Another side Russian leg sweep, this one on the outside. And Cody looking to take control once again. Referee nearing the count of 10. Of course, it's 15 seconds here in all non-title matches in GAW. Cody Rhodes not going to need those final 5. Cody out of the corner, and he gets him with a big lariat. Cody doing the right thing here. And McIntyre, you can just see the power of Drew McIntyre. Now Cody's got the backdrop suplex countered into a crossbody as Drew McIntyre, incredibly agile move from McIntyre, and now McIntyre just letting loose with a flurry of strikes, and over the top goes Cody. So much of this match has been fought on the outside. I think that just shows you the intensity of both men. They know that they will need something extra here to try to get the advantage. It's hard enough in just a normal wrestling match with 2 men who need wins the way Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre do. Sometimes, well, you just have to descend there for some extra damage. On the outside they go once again, and a jawbreaker from Cody. That open hand palm strike lands, and now Cody gonna throw some of his own strikes. McIntyre tries to counter. Rhodes right on top of it. McIntyre answers back. Rhodes ducks underneath that one, and now Rhodes unleashes a triumvirate of kicks, but that strike caught. McIntyre fires back. Cody once again using the quickness. Body shot counter. McIntyre going in, and again, Cody Rhodes going down low, looking for those legs, and McIntyre, Glasgow kiss. The strikes from both men, and that Glasgow kiss, I think, absolutely busted Cody Rhodes' head. Rhodes still fighting, but certainly not the same after the effects of that devastating headbutt. And now McIntyre gets him up, and Cody counters. Reverse DDT. Once again, another back and forth contest here as McIntyre forces Cody Rhodes back into the ring. McIntyre knows after the Glasgow kiss, he's got Cody right where he wants him, and now McIntyre gonna give Cody a receipt as McIntyre going after the leg. Cody Rhodes has gone low on McIntyre, really working those legs, and now Drew McIntyre gets him up. McIntyre absolutely vicious as McIntyre continues the attack. Another Glasgow kiss. And now Drew McIntyre, 8 minutes gone in this match. McIntyre going up top for a second time here. I don't know what he's thinking, but McIntyre from the top tries to drop the axe. Cody out of it, but McIntyre with a Claymore. Drew McIntyre finally levels him with the Claymore, and McIntyre picks up the win. What a match. Wow. After all that, and Drew McIntyre, it really was. It was the Glasgow kiss on the outside that finally won it for him. Here's the crossroads early. Cody maybe thought that he could have won it right there, but McIntyre shows the toughness to get out of it. It was really Cody's match in the early stages, but Drew McIntyre showing that mentality, showing that toughness, and there is again the Claymore. McIntyre with unbelievable agility for a man his size rolls out of the way and absolutely flattens Cody with a Claymore. Drew McIntyre, that's a win he needed, and going into Winterfest, so much can change. What is Drew McIntyre's plan going forward? I think right now, you gotta think that whether he continues teaming with Jay White, maybe Jay White will be the world champion after tonight, or maybe Drew McIntyre will go on a quest for another singles championship. Either way, I do not envy anyone who has to face Drew McIntyre at this point. Folks, speaking of Winterfest, we got a couple big announcements to make. First off, Shayna Baszler will defend her U.S. Championship against Rosita. It will be a rematch after Shayna Baszler defeated Rosita to capture the U.S. Championship. And this is huge. Dakota Kai versus Ronda Rousey for the World Championship. We know what's going down, but at Winterfest, it will be in the steel cage. No escape and no interference. Dakota Kai will try to seal Ronda Rousey's fate and send her away from GAW. Rousey will try to become the first woman ever to be both the U.S. champion and the world champion. That goes down in the main event of Winterfest. You want to talk about a guy with not a lot of direction at this point. You know, we just saw him last episode of Storm take on Pete Dunne and win. And, you know, that's a huge victory given what Dunne has been in his career. But, you know, for Riddle, you know, it just seems like he doesn't really have a direction at this point. And I wonder what he wants at this point in his career. Still no sign of Keith Lee. But you can tell that Matt Riddle, he is not satisfied with where he's at. Meanwhile, Roddy Strong, is there anyone that has the momentum that Roddy Strong does right now? And we know that he is headed to Winterfest to take on Bandito for the Intercontinental Championship. If you want to take a look at the entire history of every championship in General Admission Wrestling, just head on over to the website, generaladmissionwrestling.com. You can see full title histories of all of our championships dating back to 2005. You can read full recaps of all of our shows as they happen. Get caught up heading into Winterfest. Bandito has already made 4 successful defenses of the Intercontinental Championship. Riddle starts things out with an exploder suplex and the bridge. Strong powers his way out of it. And the challenger seemed to just be getting bigger and bigger for Bandito. Started things off against Will Ospreay, then defended against Shelton Benjamin, then went up against Pac, then went up against the giant Damian Martinez. Now going up against Roderick Strong. You know, it seems that things have changed for Bandito a little bit. Strong is a much different style than anything Bandito will have been used to. So we'll see how he plays it. Meanwhile, Roddy Strong, I mean, this is a guy, all he has done is just intimidate people since he got in to GAW, coming off a win over Cody Rhodes on the last episode of Storm. Confronted Bandito in the ring, hit him with the end of Heartache. So for Strong, I mean, that could be a real sleeper if you ask me. Strong from the top rope with a knee drop. It might be one of the best matches at Winterfest. Strong trying to put Riddle away. It's a 2 count. Riddle powers his way out. They call Roddy the Messiah of the backbreaker, and he will go after the back. There is no doubt about that. So here against Riddle, I'm wondering what he's thinking. Exploder suplex from Strong. Now Riddle, a much different style than Bandito. So I'm curious where Strong is thinking as far as what he's going to do to game plan here. Riddle with a beautiful triangle drop kick. He's been watching some classic Jericho matches, I think. So I'm wondering what Strong is hoping to get out of this match. If it's just momentum, if it's just a tune-up, or if there's something that he's looking for here. Riddle up onto the shoulders, maybe thinking GTS, but Strong with the reverse DDT. And how the fans are going to react, that's an interesting question as well. Strong with an Olympic slam. The fans have always loved Bandito, and certainly if Rey Mysterio is going to come out with him, that will continue to be the case. But as you can tell, fans like Roderick Strong as well. So I'm curious where they'll line up at Winterfest, and if the fans will be interested in seeing a new Intercontinental Champion. Strong doing the right thing, moving away from the attack of Matt Riddle. But this on the outside of the ropes, not where you want to be against Bandito. There's no question about it. Bandito's Heat Seeker has been such a threat to so many that he's faced. Bandito is undefeated. One of the only singles competitors in GAW that can say that. So Strong into the corner looking for a knee. Matt Riddle out of the way, and now Riddle with a German suplex with the release. Incredible strength from Matt Riddle. I think we'll see a few more of those Germans coming up as Brock Lesnar takes on Jay White for the World Championship. Now Riddle unleashes some strikes of his own, former MMA competitor. So Strong is going to have to take a different tact here, and he's going to do it. Strong gets him up. Power bomb from Roderick Strong and a high stack. Strong powering down on Matt Riddle, and Roderick Strong demonstrates just another way that he can get victories. The Messiah of the backbreaker, and we may not think about it, folks, but that power bomb is one of the most devastating moves that you can do to an opponent's back, and you can see Strong's attack pattern going after the entire back. And I think it will be the same for Bandito. I think he better watch out. That one right in your living room there. I think Bandito better watch out, as Roderick Strong will have his point of attack. He will have his point of focus, and it will be the back of the luchador. Bandito, the last time we saw him was at Blackout against Damian Martinez. Roderick Strong gave him an end of heartache and declared that he was coming after the Intercontinental Championship. So Bandito, he's got to be ready. Roderick Strong is as dangerous as they come. Hernandez, I'm going to tell you this one time. You will not get anywhere near the U.S. title match at Winterfest. If you can't be trusted to stay out of it, then I won't let you get even close. Who the hell do you think you are, Putai? I'm done taking any orders from you after everything you supposedly did for us, and look where it's gotten us. You stay out of my face, Ray, and let me do my business. Your business is dishonoring our entire tradition, and just because me and Bandito can be more successful without needing to do the cheap shit you rely on, don't take it out on me. That's a low blow, hermano. Folks, I can't believe it. Hernandez and Rey Mysterio have come to blows. I mean, this is unbelievable. Two men that seemed so close just a couple months ago. It's terrible to see. This is a high-stress sport. There's so much on the line. And Hernandez obviously frustrated by the fact that Rosita lost the U.S. title just a couple weeks ago at Blackout. I mean, it's you hate to see something like that. You really do. Jay White, he's hoping to win himself a world championship here tonight. It would be his first in GAW, but certainly not the first time that he's tried. You can see it right now on generaladmissionwrestling.com. Brock Lesnar looking for his 6th successful defense of the world championship, but Jay White, he's been in the mix a couple of times. When Samoa Joe was world champion back in season 1, Jay White battled him at Bash at the Beach last year. Then White and Aleister Black challenged Samoa Joe in a 3-way dance at Cyclone Denver, and then White himself challenged Aleister Black when Black won the world championship on Storm in August of last year. So Jay White, no stranger to the world championship picture. This will be obviously his first time facing Brock Lesnar. And ask anyone, your first time against a man like Lesnar? No fun. No fun. Putting his client Brock Lesnar into this position, defending the world championship, and I was almost certain that Lesnar was finding himself an opponent for Winterfest and that it would be Jay White, but no, Heyman and Lesnar elect to take this match now. So what does that leave the world champion doing at Winterfest, and will it be Jay White? I think the possibility is there. Do not discount Jay White's ability in matches like this. And folks, by the way, thank you all so much for helping us reach 100 subscribers. I know things have been slow on this front, and of course the few-week break did not help things, but we are still working on the first ever GAW t-shirts, so make sure you join the Discord right now. Link is in the description or on the website, generaladmissionwrestling.com. Get your first ever GAW t-shirts coming soon. Again, I apologize for the delay, but we are still working on those, and we are going to get them done. Folks, the World Championship match, the main event, the final match before Winterfest, it goes down right now. The fans are going crazy. Jay White versus Brock Lesnar. It's going down, and White, that's a good start. It's hard to take Brock Lesnar off his feet. The fans, they want to see Jay White taking a suplex city here. And White, oh, he may have been thinking too much there with Lesnar. Back into the corner, and Lesnar just sends White face first. Nice go behind German. Welcome to Suplex City. The Switchblade is as dangerous as they come. Make no mistake. But Brock Lesnar is even more dangerous. It's hard to do. Jay White, all things considered, not a great record for Jay White over the last couple seasons. As he tries to get Lesnar up on his shoulders, the world champion, not letting that happen, and Jay White needs to get out of there, trying to avoid the offense of the dangerous world champion. Lesnar lets loose with a couple strikes, but Jay White answers back. White over the last 2 seasons, a combined 4-7 record in singles competition. But, you know, don't let that fool you. He is far more dangerous than that record would have you believe, and you can see it here as he brings Brock Lesnar down to the mat. It's not just anyone that can do something like that. Folks, I have a massive announcement here. Rey Mysterio returns to the ring in singles competition. It has just been signed. Rey Mysterio versus Hernandez. It goes down at Winterfest. Folks, I am so excited for this. If you needed a better reason to subscribe and watch Winterfest, there it is. Lesnar with a fall away slam. as Lesnar just continues to add more and more moves to his arsenal. Cover, Jay White kicks out. No one is as good as Brock Lesnar right now in the world of GAW, and Lesnar will continue the attack up under the shoulders. Brock Lesnar, F5! No one is as good as Brock Lesnar. Lesnar hooks the legs, and Brock Lesnar walks out with the world champion. And Lesnar letting Jay White know that he stepped into the ring with the wrong man here tonight. Listen, Jay White is as good as they come. I will stand by that. But Brock Lesnar, if it's possible, and it is even better. What an unbelievable performance from the world champion. Another challenger, another conquered soul in the increasingly record-setting reign of Brock Lesnar, the greatest GAW World Champion in history. This leaves us with no plans for Winterfest. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to give the world the spectacle they deserve. Brock Lesnar, for his entire career, has entertained fans, has given all of you, as undeserving as you are, something that you have never, ever seen before. You have never seen a man like Brock Lesnar, and that will continue. So to all the wrestlers in the world, we want you to know this. We are extending an open contract to face Brock Lesnar at Winterfest. It could be anyone from anywhere. Just show up that night and be ready for the fight of your life. You have one night to potentially become GAW World Champion, to stamp your name in the history books forever, one way or another. Folks, it's actually happening. Brock Lesnar is extending an open contract at Winterfest. Who will it be to answer the call? Who could we see challenge for the GAW World Championship? Folks, I have no words to describe this. Winterfest is going to be an incredible event between Storm Chaser and Storm. You cannot miss this. So make sure you subscribe, because GAW has so much in store for you. We will see you on Monday, December 6th, as Winterfest begins. Folks, thank you all so much for your support. We'll see you for Winterfest.